Good morning, and how's everyone doing? This is Stan with a little bit different style video. If you're new to the channel, if you're just now watching this, my name is Stanley. I have a channel with a few different vehicles on it, but today I'm reviewing something completely different, something kind of that I've never done before, and it is a brand new vehicle, literally the first one that we've ever had at my dealership, which is John Thornton Cadillac, and it's 2020 XT6. I almost said 2019, but it's a 2020 XT6, brand new. This is my second time seeing it. I seen it somewhere else one time before, and now I can get my hands on it, so I want to do a review on it, have a quick and in-depth review on it. So stepping outside the vehicle, this is the 2020 XT6. Just wanted to give you an outside look of it. I know I have some clips rolling while I'm talking as well, but this is the crystal white tri-coat from Cadillac. And of course, this is their version of pearl slash white frost, whatever you want to call it. It's a beautiful color, especially from Cadillac. You know it's going to be quality. And then this one also has a dark auburn exterior or interior for all your materials on the inside. This one also has the heated and cooled seats, so it has a perforated leather. And getting back into the vehicle, the 2020 XT6 is basically similar setup to what is now the 2019 XT4, which will be 2020. And I'm very happy for that. I'm a big fan of the XT4. Not really the biggest fan of the XT5. And then the Escalade interior is getting old. It is going to get refreshed, but Cadillac definitely didn't want to go back with that. So I'm happy that they used the 2019 XT4 for this interior. It's very good. The screen is very responsive. All the dash inlays and everything are very up to date. Good layout on it as well. So very happy with it. And this is pretty much basically Cadillac's answer to not having a true, 8-passenger, 7-passenger mid-size SUV. The XT5 is a little bit too small, and then it only has a second row. The XT4 is definitely supposed to be your compact, sporty vehicle. And then the Escalade, it's big, but it's expensive. So this kind of puts Cadillac right in the category where it needs to be as far as price is concerned, as far as size is concerned. On the exterior, you have all the new Cadillac design cues, from the headlights to the daytime running lights to the grille. That's all new Cadillac design cues that they've been saying they're going to use in all their vehicles across the board for at least the next, I would say, 3 years. So very updated exterior, all Cadillac signature, very detailed. All the small details like the Cadillac on the outside, it's very nice. The tail lights are something that people always like about Cadillacs, and those are also very up to date. Of course, newest design. It goes along with everything else. I'm a big fan of the XT4 tail lights, and the Escalade ones are very nice too. So it all fits in line with that. Really, the front end kind of looks similar to the CT6, which is very good, because the CT6, I feel like it's going to be a timeless design. But getting back to the interior, you have in this one, this is a premium luxury, so it has the Bose system in it, so it's very good with that. This one also has a sunroof, or moonroof, whatever you want to call it. It has the new camera mirror, the new generation of the camera mirror as well, which has the controls where you can control brightness, how far it zooms in and out. One thing I wanted to show is this one does have the wireless charging. Basically slide is what I call it, and it works very well. I'm a big fan of that, as opposed to the ones that sit up here that are kind of in your way, or the ones that are down in, this area of the vehicle. Buick has one that's a little bit different, and I'm not a big fan of that, but this one works very well, and they're kind of putting it in everything GM. Storage space is decent in this one, right here in the armrest, but you do get a ton of it. If I can show you down here in the bottom, which is going to be pretty cool to use. It does have your dial that controls your screen. Same thing from the XT4, and most Cadillac vehicles will be getting it, as well as all your radio controls, which are right here turning up volume, turning it down, muting that, and navigation, radio, all that good stuff is all down here. And then this one also has the jogging function, which the XT4 doesn't have, which is where you can move it around so you can get to where you want to go without actually just turning the dial. And as you can see, you can probably hear it, so that's nice too. That's the updated version of this little section right here, which is in the XT6 first. It does also have, I guess you could say, the same shifter the XT4 has in newest generation. These shifters, they take a bit to get used to, but they do work very, very, very well. And then that's where you get all this extra cargo space from, is a need to eliminate that linkage that goes into the transmission, because it's all wire, so it's all tucked on the inside of the vehicle. So that's nice too. Of course, you're gonna get, and depending on the options, you get adaptive cruise control, heated steering wheel. Like I said, this one has the heated and cooled seats, dual zone AC. The rear also has their own AC, the Bose speaker that I spoke about before, and just all that good stuff. There's tons of stuff that I can point out. Heads up display right there as well, somewhere. You probably can't see it. Oh, there it is. Heads up display. There's tons of good stuff that I can point out in this vehicle. So getting to the rear of the vehicle, the only gripe I have about it is the rear trunk space. And I think that's going to be an issue for a lot of people, because I feel like they're going to be buying this to not have to step up to the Escalade. And I don't know if this is going to do it for everyone or not. It does have the power folding seats like the Escalade and the Tahoes and Yukons do, which is nice, and it makes the rear trunk space that much bigger. But what if you do need the third row? Then you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. They also do come up, and you do have controls for the front as well, where you can make them fold down. But like I said, Cadillac should have put this on the same platform as the Buick Enclave. I feel like the Enclave is a perfect mid-size SUV, and I don't know how this is going to work for people who are kind of trying to decide between, let's say, an Enclave, an Escalade, and the XT6. Maybe this one's just going to be too small, and maybe they don't buy either of those three vehicles, and then you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. But like I said, I know a lot of people are going to be wondering about this trunk space on this vehicle, and this is what you have. I say at least with the seat up, you have at least 1.5 feet for where the lift gate is to the rear of the seat. With the seat down, of course you're going to get tons of space, like I said already, but what if you need that third row? So keep that in mind if you're looking at this vehicle. You do sacrifice, and then also these two seats only seat 2. I just realized that as well. There's no third seat, so this is really a true 6-passenger vehicle. So that's something that I just now realized. So that's another thing you have to keep in mind too. It's going to be luxury. This setup is definitely going to make these rear passengers more comfortable because they're not squeezed in here. So I can't complain about that, but that does change the game a little bit, because the Enclave, like I said, is definitely a 7-passenger with rear trunk space. Of course, the Escalades and the Escalades ESVs, I mean, you got tons of space in those. But I mean, like I said, with the seat down, you have space. With the seat up, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. And the only reason I say that is because you want to travel, you can't put much in here. I mean, you can really, I'm thinking about one of my suitcases, you can only put one and then a couple bags. And then what if you got 6 people? That's not going to be enough. So just keep that in mind. It does have the power liftgate. It does have the hands-free liftgate button on it as well. Cadillac also is using what they call the hidden windshield wiper, which makes the rear very clean. But keep that in mind. This one does have all the parking assist, safety features as well. So just keep all that stuff in mind when you're shopping one of these XT6s. There's just some few things I wanted to point out for you guys. Other than that, I really truly love this vehicle. Besides I'm just griping on them about the size of the vehicle. I know they didn't want to make it huge, and I don't feel like the Enclave is a big vehicle, but I know Cadillac wanted to make something that's going to be very stylish, very timeless, and everything like that. And I think they achieved that, so I can't be mad at them. But at the same time, I know what audience they're trying to go for in this vehicle, and I'm not sure if they did that or not. So it's tough to say. It's tough to say from Cadillac whether they really checked off all the boxes or if they you know, cut corners. But other than that, I love the vehicle. I love the design. It's gonna look very good going down the road. I have driven this vehicle. I can say that the 10-speed transmission in this is flawless. You barely feel shifts. I mean, as far as, you know, some people saying, does it ride like a Cadillac? Is it luxurious? It definitely checks off all those boxes. I mean, I was very impressed. I guess you could say this is a little bit updated of the 10-speed, not similar ones that are in the truck, obviously, or in the Camaros and everything that's getting it now, but I believe this is going to be the new generation for all the vehicles like the XT5. XT4 is going to be a little bit different. Same thing probably with the Acadia. It's going to have some of the similar transmissions and drivetrain that this one has. But like I said, Cadillac, they definitely did very well in this vehicle, but we'll have to see how it really sells, because like I said, it's going to struggle in that size department. I really feel like that's going to be the issue, and I've said that since the first time I saw the very first one. The size just wasn't what I expected. I also want to point out the backup camera in this vehicle is extremely clear. This honestly might be one of the clearest backup cameras I've ever seen. Hopefully my camera can capture it for you, but this thing in person is amazing, and I'm not lying about that, not just saying it because it's a vehicle of ours. This is a very true statement. It is extremely clear. Hopefully it's capturing it. It's ridiculous. Even the picture of the vehicle itself is pretty accurate, and of course the actual parking system works very well, but this one also has the surround view cameras on it. But like I said, that backup camera is nice. Turn the radio on, but that backup camera is nice. As far as, I got my alert going on too, so it works good. It does what it's supposed to do, and I just wanted to point that out as well, because I don't know if that's something you always get to see. I can sell you an XT6 if you would like to, you know, work with me no matter where you're at in the country. I can get it to where you're at. I've done that before. But anyway, besides that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll probably be doing this every so often, especially when we get new vehicles, 2020 Sierra, 2500 and stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys for watching. If anything, just give me a thumbs up, and everyone have a good day.